on social media. How we doing tonight? How are we doing? Oh my God. Excuse me. There's a lot of bullshit that's going around, and man, oh man, you best believe you can be allergic to that said bullshit. But another week in the books and another day of the best day of the week, that day being Friday, and another new episode of this show. Now, we're going to get to what I'm wearing on top of my head in a bit. Why? Because they've been hated for so long. And you know what? I made a bet with my wife. It was a week one bet. So obviously I lost. But hey, it is what it is. Now, before we get started, do not forget to click the link in the description of this video if you want to get some true victory apparel like this. They got an awesome selection of t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, accessories, gym bags, decals. The list goes on and on with True Victory. They are veteran owned, they are veteran operated, and man, obviously, as you can tell, they got some awesome merchandise. All you got to do is click the link in the description of this video and click the tab that says True Victory. And once you have found what you're looking for, when it comes to checkout, all you got to do is use code No Mercy Sports 15. Don't worry, the code is also in the description of this video as well. True Victory, baby. Let them know I sent you. They are patriotic. All right. And now it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is with everybody saying No Mercy Sports. Let's get into it, baby.
Nobody can stop me now.
Let me talk to you. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And man, does it feel good to be live. Now, in the prelude, I said the reason why I am wearing this on my head and not my regular hat is because when it came to week one of the regular season, when it came to the Patriots versus the Bengals, I told my wife straight up, hey, look, if the Patriots beat the Bengals, I will straight up go to Liz and buy a Patriots hat. I'll even get you one as well. Imagine the look on my face when the Patriots actually fucking won, because you can tell because I'm wearing this hat, for crying out loud. Oh, lordy, lordy. But, hey, you know what? The Patriots don't have Tom Brady anymore. They don't have Bill Belichick anymore. Hell, they didn't even do anything with Mac Jones, for crying out loud. They really needed to get rid of Jacoby Brissett just to bring in Drake May, who is going to get killed. Oh, my God. Rest in peace, kid. Look. Was getting Drake May a good at quarterback a good move for the Patriots? Yes, it was. But oh my God, the Patriots O-line couldn't. They are so soft. You would think they're a wet paper towel. I swear to God. Hey, this is. I lost a bet. But you know what? I'm owning up to it. I don't mind it because the logo looks good. It's just a damn fucking shame that Tom Brady had to play there for so long, you know? Hey, let's look at the bright side, though. The Patriots have more championships than the Cowboys do, and they've won more championships recently than the Cowboys have. You want to be a Cowboys fan? You're going to have to watch their last championship win on VHS. Sorry. One of my co-hosts are backstage. All right, though. So, like I said, I got one of my co-hosts backstage right now. He's ready to come on. He's ready to talk some sports. He's big, he's spicy, and he's got some big and spicy takes.
It's time for Mac's Spicy Picks.
Welcome to the stage, man. What it do?
What's up, brother, man?
Ain't nothing but a G thing. Like I said, holding myself accountable because I lost a bet to the wife.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, I'll take the Ravens any day of the week, you know?
Yeah.
But, hey, let's get into it right now. Let's talk some football. We're going to get to baseball in a sec. And, hell, there's even Game 5 of the NLDS between the Dodgers and the Padres that's going on right now. But for right now, we're talking football. Why? Because there is some turbulence in New York. Why? Because the Jets are done. Since drafting Geno Smith and Sam Darnold, whatever quarterback came their way, they were lined up for fucking failure. And now with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, they're off to a 2-3 start. But, fun fact, this is something that sounds fake, but I assure you is insanely fucking true. Weeks 1 through 5, with Rodgers under center, the Jets have scored 93 points. This is literally with everybody that they have right now. Last year alone, through weeks 1 through 5, with Zach Wilson and the same cast, they scored 93 points. In any case, though, how screwed are the Jets this season, especially with the recent firing of Robert Saleh?
Look, bro, did they get rid of Hackett?
No, the fuck they did not.
Then,
that surprises me.
Then that right there, that's the issue. That's the issue.
It really is. I mean,
my whole thing is Saleh was a defensive coach.
And they were good defensively, and it showed.
Why he came in there, he got an offensive coordinator, let his offensive coordinator work. Him and the defensive coordinator are going to run the shit out of that defense.
Oh, right? Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, look
at Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles should have been there for at least 5 years. He should have been there for at least 5 years. Like, they should have gave him ample opportunity to work and build. He's a damn good coach. Look at what he's doing right now with Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was my thing with Tampa, especially with Baker Mayfield under center and him coming from the Panthers. Like, look, Todd Bowles, it looked like, was basically John Staley, a coach that could not get out of his own way, especially when it came to winning. Enter Baker Mayfield. Somehow they got into the playoffs. Somehow they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Going into this season, we didn't know how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to perform with Todd Bowles as the head coach and Baker Mayfield as the quarterback. Honestly, in my opinion, I really thought it was going to go back to
year. This isn't his first year as a head coach for Buccaneers. He's
been
the head coach of the Buccaneers since Arians stepped down. That's really? What I'm saying is, like literally, look at what he's done since Arians stepped down and Tom Brady left. He's been there. He's been the head coach since. And so you're telling me the last 2 years he's been winning with Baker Mayfield and you know the guys that are left over from that one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I mean, look, like I said, just it seemed as though Todd Bowles was that kind of head coach that was similar to John Staley. He could not get out of his own way. Now, yes, the Bucs had a 9-8 record. They made the playoffs and they beat the Eagles, but still.
I don't know. I feel like Robert Saleh shouldn't have been the one that fired. Nathaniel Hackett should have been fired.
No, I wholeheartedly agree.
I mean, listen, when you're there's so many better offenses that don't have the same weapons.
Yeah.
And
that's basically revolve around the coaching style of Nathaniel Hackett.
Exactly. So that's the issue. The play calling is the issue. Now you're firing the head coach and somebody else is going to take control over play calling.
Yes.
Okay. So why not fire Nathaniel Hackett and bring Saleh in and say, listen, this is the person who's going to be calling the plays.
Well, I mean, they brought in. I
can understand, but firing the head coach, but leaving the coordinator is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take a look at how bad Nathaniel Hackett is? Look at the offense that the Denver Broncos had when Russell Wilson was under center. That was atrocious.
I mean, again, this is my whole thing is, as a coach, you have to design plays that match your personnel. You have to play the best offensive scheme that fits your personnel. Yep. And it all starts in the trenches. What do you have as offensive linemen? What can they do well? How can you put them in a position to succeed time and time again? Now, once you figure that out, then you can turn around. Okay, now this is what I can do with my pieces. I know I have 3 seconds. I know I have 4 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you do the countdown. Now I know I can do a bunch of 3-step drop backs. I'm going to have to play under center a lot. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do pitches. I'm going to have to do screens. The ball has to come out quick.
Easily.
Offensive line. But that's how you work around. Okay, I don't have a deep threat, but I got a bunch of guys that literally, so I'm running nothing but fucking slant routes, underneath routes, comeback routes. Because they're not going to burn them, but guess what? We're going to dink and dunk all the way down the field. This is a part of fucking the NFL about football. Period. Like, you have to do, you know what I mean? You've got to make a system work around players that you
easily.
Have.
I mean,
if you can't do that, you're not a good coach. I mean,
easily.
Again, I could run plays to set Aaron Rodgers up for success. Okay,
without a doubt.
Now, don't get me wrong. Fucking Wilson would be dog tired at the end of that motherfucker, okay? I'm just telling you, because he'd have about 17, 18 catches. But we're talking 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. Hand it off. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Exactly.
Hand it off. Like,
do something that the defense isn't going to predict. Because that's basically how the Jets are playing right now. Oh, Lord. I mean, look, even before Robert Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett, like, let's go back to the days of Geno Smith and Sam Darnold. They were set up for failure so bad that the Jets really had us thinking these guys are busts.
Yes and no. Yes and no. The whole thing is, like, you have to remember, it wasn't nothing but maybe a handful of years ago that the defense was starting to look better.
Yeah.
But there was like a 10-year hiatus of everything. The Jets fucking sucked for almost 10 years, bro. And now they slowly, over the last 5 years, have started to become more of a, they've got some of a team built. They've got a decent defense. Defense looks lights out when they got a good offensive game going.
Yeah.
But the problem is the offense
gets going, yes. But look at what Geno Smith and Sam Darnold are doing away from the Jets when they're not set up for failure. Yes, the Seahawks have lost 3 straight after a 3-0 start. But the Vikings are off to a 5-0 start.
Geno ain't been doing it. But then again, when Metcalf drops 5 fucking catches, I watched the game.
Yeah.
Drop 5.
Hey, look, you know what? Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year. That's the only thing that matters. look, he was on the Jets, and we thought that he sucked. But honestly, in my opinion, he has found a home in Seattle.
Again, so you got to remember when he was with the Jets and he got in a fight in training camp, he got his jaw broke, right? Yeah. After that, bro, he was done with the Jets. There was nothing he was going to do with the Jets. He lost the locker room. He lost the team. Nobody's going to follow you. They all going to sit there and continue to punk you. So guess what? You got to sit back. You got to rehab. You got to heal. And then you got to be like, I got to get the fuck out of here. But guess what? Absolutely. He played it cool. He found his way out. He sat there. He played it. Hey, Emily. But, eventually, look where he's at now.
Exactly. But yeah, and same thing with Sam Darnold. Like, dude basically couldn't hack it in New York. Again, because much like Geno, he was set up for failure. He went to the Carolina Panthers, where we thought, oh my God, he's arguably the biggest bust of all time. Went to San Francisco, where he learned under Kyle Shanahan. Goes to Minnesota, and then we're thinking, you know what? Minnesota ain't going to be doing shit. Yes, they have Justin Jefferson, but now they have a QB battle between J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold. And now the Vikings are off to a 5-0 start with Sam Darnold under center? Didn't have that on my 2024 bingo card, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you what, the Cleveland Browns should have traded Deshaun Watson this offseason.
Oh, God. No, they should have stuck with Baker. But speaking of...
Originally, yes. But who they should have stuck with was Joe Flacco. They should have kept Joe Flacco's contract with Stefanski running that ball. Like, I'm just saying, like, bro, they could be a monster of a team right now.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. And, look what he's doing with the Indianapolis Colts right now. You would have thought the dude went back to 2012.
Again, hold on. I'll say this. Like, dude, you got to realize him and fucking Aaron Rodgers have been playing for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Now, Aaron Rodgers came in the league before he did. But remember, Aaron Rodgers didn't become a full-time starter until 2008.
Yeah.
That's the same year Joe Flacco came into the league.
Damn. Wow, that's crazy.
So, if you sit there and look at it, and no offense, like, yes, I know Aaron Rodgers got a lot better numbers, but yeah, Flacco has more postseason wins. Yep. And they both have won Super Bowl. So if we're looking at, championships matter, we're looking at postseason wins matter even more, and regular season. You look at all that shit, and I'm sorry, I'm just saying, like, those stats are a lot closer than they should be. So I'm just saying, me personally, if Aaron Rodgers goes into the Hall of Fame, I feel like Joe Flacco should too.
No, I completely agree. And speaking of Joe Flacco, he played in the AFC North for quite a while. You know another team that's in the AFC North? The Cincinnati Bengals. And there is a catastrophe in Cincinnati. What the hell? What the hell, Bengals? What the freaking hell?
Listen. I will say this, okay? Their defense is what's killing them. But I will say, against us, okay?
The fact that it was a shootout.
That was a fucking miracle. Okay?
It was a shootout.
It was a fucking miracle. Yes, it was a shootout. But again, if we're going to look at stats, okay, Burrow had the better day.
Oh, easily. The fact that Burrow
but I will say
is
this,
playing at an MVP level right now, and the Bengals are 1-4. That shit needs to be studied.
Hold on. But again, he's also made some bad plays. But again, a lot of it is on that defense. And I told people time and time again, like, you guys are gonna sit here and you guys are gonna bet, like, oh yeah, man, they're gonna win a division. Not a fucking chance. There's not a chance. Yup. I give it to you. The Ravens lost to the Super Bowl champs. We lost to the fucking Kansas City. We did it again.
Well, hang on. Even the Bengals would have beaten the Super Bowl champs, being the Kansas City Chiefs, if Jamar Chase didn't have that fucking crash out arguing with the ref. You could easily see Joe Burrow trying to step in, being like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now. Go back to the huddle. We need these yards, and you're letting your emotions get the best of you. And because of Jamar Chase, they get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah, I mean, look. It's all a headache. It's all a headache. But I will say this. I mean,
no, it really is. I mean, the way that the Bengals are right now, is there any way for them to bounce back? Granted, because of the fact we're a quarter of the way through the season.
No, okay, so again, unless somehow they start making massive trades and they go pick up a slot cornerback, they go pick up another Sam linebacker, they go pick up another defensive end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to get somebody at every level.
Easily.
And you know, make some picks and trade some picks away. And yeah, I mean, dude, they got to make trades if they're really going to think that they're going to make a playoff push. Bro, your team needs to get better. Your team needs to get better.
Yeah, like you cannot keep riding that Super Bowl run y'all had 3 years ago.
Like, and don't get me wrong when I say this, but Lamar Jackson threw all over that defense.
Oh,
so again, and Lamar Jackson usually has 2 or 3 of these games every year where he just fucking totally annihilates the defense. And it's like, running back what? Running back what? Like, running back what? 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, over 300 yards. There you go. Like, he can do it. But the thing is, why does he need to do that? He doesn't need to do that every game. If we can put up 28 points on the board, he can throw for 100 yards and run for 100 yards. And we, you know what I mean? We win by fucking, 7 points or more. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Easily.
I'll take it.
Easily. No, I completely agree. Look, winning is winning, but when you have a quarterback that is producing numbers and the rest, everybody else around you can't do a goddamn thing, the results are going to speak for themselves. Hence why the Bengals are off to a 1-4 start.
Look, I said this at the beginning of the year. I was like, you know what? This feels like, this could be a great year for us. And now, don't get me wrong, first 2 weeks after that Raiders loss, bro, I was devastated. I was fucking devastated. Okay,
man, I'll tell you,
I lost a lot of hope.
Minutes with a 10-point lead. You don't give the ball off to Derrick Henry. What the fuck are you thinking?
Again, that's that. It's just one of those things. Okay, no problem. You know what? Fuck it. We got past that. We whipped Dallas. That. Turn around. Now we beat the Bengals.
Yeah,
right? We're putting up massive fucking points. We're going bang for bang with teams.
Oh yeah,
this offense is looking great. We can adapt to any type of game style we need to have.
It seems like being in Baltimore, it seems as though Derrick Henry has kind of like revitalized his career.
I mean, not revitalized. Like, when has he not been dominant? When has he not, like, I mean, seriously, outside of any injury, like any season he's had his entire career, he has been productive. He's going to continue to be productive. Like, this guy is, again, he's a massive human being. He is fast. He takes care of his body. Again, he is an absolute fucking specimen, okay?
I think it was the fact that he was, in a way, overused when he was in Tennessee, because basically the game plan was hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, and because the defense is exhausted, then we're going to start making some passing plays. But for now, we'll just give the ball to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's not our offense.
No, Oh,
and that's
Baltimore
also the whole
compared
other
to
thing
Tennessee?
is
No, Baltimore easily has a better offense.
okay, and also any drive that we have over 2 first downs, usually Lamar Jackson takes off for a designed run, at
Yeah,
least one of those.
yeah.
So it's not just Derrick Henry. Plus, we also have Justice Hill. And a lot of people are like, oh, they got the backup in. They got the backup in. All right. They sit back on their heels instead of staying on their toes. And next thing you know, Justice Hill goes, shoot, shoot. And one cut the shit out of that defense. Oh, there's 12 yards, 13 yards.
Yep.
You know, and it don't matter if you do it once or 5 times a game. Being productive is being productive.
Mm-hmm.
And for what we've needed him to be in each and every one of these games, he's done. He's done it.
Absolutely.
So if it wasn't for him, we don't beat Cincinnati.
Oh, easily. I mean, especially with the run that he had.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Justice Hill would have got a nice little chunk of yards, but he's not throwing and pushing and no, he's not sitting there doing that. Okay,
no,
and
easily.
that's this big separator right there.
Oh,
so yes, Derrick Henry, fucking kudos to you, brother.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to stick in the AFC North. Why? Because there is a team that has suffered a fully guaranteed loss. So, Cleveland, how's that Deshaun Watson deal working out for you guys? In 3 years that Watson has been with Cleveland, he has played a combined 17 games. I'm not even making that up. First 2 years makes sense. And now the Browns are off to a typical Cleveland Browns start. Well, much like the topic states, this is a fully guaranteed loss for Cleveland, signing Watson to that kind of contract. How bad does Cleveland look for signing Watson to that kind of deal?
Stupid. I mean, but you have to understand, though, how can they feel any more dumb than they did when all the allegations came out?
I mean, they even had they had Baker Mayfield. The dude led the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs and even got a playoff win. And Cleveland was just like, nah, we're going to let you walk. We're going to sign Deshaun Watson to a fully guaranteed deal. That ain't working. Has not worked out for them in any case whatsoever.
Again, but why would it? What would make you think that was going to work?
He's suspended 11 games and basically comes back with high expectations. Cleveland doesn't do anything, plays another 6 games, and then has a season-ending injury, comes back fully healthy with Cleveland having high expectations, and now they're off to a 1-4 start, possibly soon to be a 1-5 start.
Okay, hear me out. So Stefanski coaches a West Coast system.
Yeah.
Right? That's the type of offense that his team runs.
Yeah.
Okay. Deshaun Watson is a pistol spread type quarterback.
Yep.
He needs to play from the shotgun position.
Yep. And it showed at Clemson too.
I mean, listen. Again, this is the whole coaching thing, but also at the same time, it's like, yeah, if you banged on the table for him to be your quarterback because you saw him make some good, accurate mid-range throws when he was scrambling
God
and
forbid
running
he
around.
Actually did something in Houston back in 2020.
That's the whole thing. Like, you can see somebody make the throws, but how are they making the throws? They're making the throws on the run, running, escaping out of the pocket. You want this guy to make that same throw by just taking a 3-step drop back throw.
Yes.
He can't do that. That is not who he is.
No.
And to see that happen, that's why it's like, you seen Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco did damn good in that system.
Oh, easily.
Bootlegs, every fucking thing. And it's just like you got another guy who's just not used to doing that.
Right. I mean, hell, look at the weapons that Joe Flacco had in Baltimore. Dude was a 1-2-3 drop back. Set your back foot. Fuck it. Somebody's down there somewhere.
Hold up. Flacco was accurate deep thrower.
That
was
too.
Accurate.
Yes.
Now I will say this. I'm as a Ravens fan, 110%. More passes of his got dropped than it was like not able to catch. He put them motherfuckers in the bread basket, and that shit would go right between their arms, and then they'd fall over. Like,
hey, but we do know one receiver that Flacco loved to go to.
Which one?
Jacoby Jones.
Oh, yeah. No,
that man was something special.
I will say this: like, as much as I love Jacoby Jones, if you look at his stats, like, don't get me wrong, he had some clutch third down plays. He caught quite a few long balls, but his biggest impact was returning. That's where he made his biggest impact. Because, bro, I mean, I understand. Yeah, he did throughout a couple seasons. He ran it back a handful of times.
Yeah,
but on a majority, imagine like on a regular basis, at least 2 times a game, he's going to bust it open a little bit, and he's going to get you to the 40. He's going to get you to the 50. He's going to get you across the 50-yard line. And it's going to happen a couple times throughout the game. So where he might not run it for a fucking touchdown, but he already put the, like, boom, Tucker. There you go. There you go, Tuck. You know what I mean? There you go. Kick that motherfucker in there, bad boy.
Basically. But, I mean, look. Even with the talent, let's go back to Cleveland. Even with the talent that the Browns have right now, Amari Cooper, I think Nick Chubb is healthy right now. Maybe he's starting, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But, I mean, with the talent that Cleveland has, their defense, much like Chicago, is carrying them right now. The only difference is, for Chicago, Caleb Williams actually decided to pull his head out of his USC, University of Spoiled Children having ass, pull his head out of his ass and realize, hey, you know what? Maybe if I see guys like DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, maybe if I see them open, they'll make the catch. Holy shit! Crazy what happens when you actually throw it to guys that you know can catch the fucking ball. But Deshaun isn't doing any of that. Like, what was it? The game against the Redskins, they had like a 4th and short going on, and the play clock was running out. But instead of trying to go for it, Watson was like, you know what? We're going to call timeout. I'm going to walk off the field. Bro, you have quit on the fucking Cleveland Browns. You are making Johnny Manziel look like Tom fucking Brady. I would rather see Manziel under center than your stupid ass.
I mean, whoa. Calm down.
I know that's a bold take, but I know what I said.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I know what I said, and yes, I would.
Especially now, he's been out of the league for years. They would kill him.
That's fair.
They would kill him.
No, that's fair. But when he was in the league, I'll take Johnny Manziel when he was in the league compared to whatever the fuck Deshaun Watson is doing right now in Cleveland.
Look, again, dude, they should be running triple options with that man.
They should be doing something. The
offensive line should be moving, swinging back and forth, whichever way you're going. Have that line moving. You got big, powerful guys. Swing them guys sideways. Throw it down the field or pitch and run. Have Deshaun Watson run and pitch. I mean, these are things you can do. Spread it out. Have 5 wide receivers out there. Have one guy swing. Have, Deshaun Watson run to the other side. Have the offensive lineman kick out. Throw, torch it down the field to the guy who's going to get open.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and just keep underneath cross patterns.
I mean,
as a safety blanket. It's mind numbing.
It's common sense. This isn't rocket science.
Deshaun Watson, yes, he is not playing up to as good as he should be, but it's also coaching. He's doing what the coaches are telling him. They're the ones calling the plays. Like, yes, they're not the ones throwing the ball, But again, he's got a first read, he's got a second read, he's got a third read. And if by the second read he's already running around, you know what I'm saying? Like if by the time he gets to his third step and that the defensive back is staring at him in front of his wide receiver, and his wide receiver's just like I'm not everything is on him, but yes, he still needs to make better decisions with a football.
Yes, absolutely.
So
I mean, right now
it's full circle. It's full circle.
Right now, there is no way in hell. Like, I even have faith in Cincinnati, but I have no faith whatsoever in Cleveland to actually do something this year. And if they do, it's because of their defense led by Myles freaking Garrett, who is a goddamn beast. And it's not even close. I mean, I know there's a lot of other defensive linemen out there that can make an argument, but Myles Garrett is easily up there.
I don't think this is the AFC North's year. I don't. I feel like the Ravens are going to get into the playoffs, and that's it. Nobody else from the AFC North is getting in this year.
No, I agree.
It's not there. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you have to understand we're at the point in the year where you're talking about you would have to win 6 or 7 straight to even be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Let alone to realistically be at a point to where you can win 8 or more games for the rest of the year.
Oh, easily.
And from what we've seen, it's not looking like a strong possibility.
Definitely. No, I mean, look, like I said, we are basically a quarter of the way through the season. A third, give or take. But football is a weekly thing. I understand football is also a marathon, not a sprint. But when you compare it to something like baseball, there's a lot of factors that need to go into what's going to happen if you want to make the playoffs. So, I mean, it is
North. NFC North is one that's going to be real interesting by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, in my opinion, I got my eyes on the NFC South. That is definitely a division worth watching. The Carolina Panthers are easily out. But, I mean, you got the Bucs, you got the Falcons, you got the Saints. That's a division worth keeping your eyes on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 of those teams going into the playoffs.
Wouldn't surprise me either. But look, we are going to take our first commercial break. We will be back in less than a minute.
Yum, yum, get you some. Jalapeno cornbread. Check it out. Spicy.
Oh, that shit look good though.
All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That jalapeno cornbread looks good. I mean, I got that seasoning with the jalapeno. Man, I had it on some zucchini fries. That shit was awesome. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about college football before we get into what's been going on with the craziness of the playoffs for baseball. But for now, Bama, y'all got busted, and y'all got some splaining to do.
I mean, they walked in and completely thought they were going to do a walkthrough.
I was going to say, did Vanderbilt catch Bama on a bad day, or was Bama looking past Vanderbilt?
Both.
Yeah.
You're talking about a team who was completely prepared to go in there and punch them in the mouth.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a clean sweep when we made.
Alabama came in there thinking they was going to slap them.
Yes.
Well, we just going to slap them around a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
Yep. I mean, look, like I said, when we made our prediction. Oh, go ahead.
Them going 50% on the field is what, but essentially what ruined the game.
Mm-hmm.
You doing that in the first quarter, you sitting there looking past them, talking shit, like coin flip. You going out there talking shit. There you go.
Yep, exactly. That's what you get. I mean, look, we even made our predictions on another show, being College Sports Villains, that it was a clean sweep that Bama was going to get the win. Even another co-host on that show picked Bama to beat Vanderbilt. And the dude's a Vanderbilt fan! Oh my God. But I mean, the thing that blows me away though is the fact that Alabama went from number 1 just to number 7. They easily should have dropped way lower than just number 7. They should have dropped down to 15 or below, just to losing to Vanderbilt alone.
I mean, but look at all the teams they have beat. They did beat Georgia.
They did. They beat Georgia, but who on their bingo card would have had Vanderbilt beating Alabama, the literal standard of the SEC?
Nobody. But that's the whole beauty of it.
I still think they.
You coach your team up, ready to play. Being out coached is easy when you're a lazy coach. When you fall back on skill and talent over actual game preparation and coaching.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm still on the hill that Bama should have dropped lower.
Look at the dirty shit that the Alabama the Alabama player did during that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's bad coaching. That is not acceptable.
True. My thing is, much like how Oklahoma dropped when they played Tennessee, their first SEC game, same thing should have happened for Bama, because it was Vanderbilt's first win in God knows how freaking long over Alabama, a team that has literally dominated the SEC for God knows how long.
Yeah, I think that's the first time. Yeah, I believe it said on ESPN, it said it was the first time they'd ever beat Alabama in Alabama.
No, I think they played at Vanderbilt.
Oh, no. Yeah. It's the first time they beat Alabama in Vanderbilt.
Okay, yeah. All right. We got plenty of weekend to talk about college football and the NFL and a lot of other juicy topics. But right now, I'm looking at my TV. I see the San Diego Padres and the LA Dodgers playing each other. Unfortunately, the Dodgers are up 1-0 on the Padres. Luckily, it is the bottom of the third inning. But there
score
1-0.
Who's up?
Dodgers. No.
Fuck Manny Machado.
But look, I will say this. There is nothing like October baseball when it comes to sports. Forget Christmas. Playoff baseball is the most wonderful time of the year, and it's not even close. A year where we
I'm sorry. Christmas
make the playoffs.
Christmas week now is the best week of the year. 100%. Because you have football every day straight for 5 straight days.
You know what?
That's
fair. That's fair. But look, like I said, it is a year where we get to see underdog teams we didn't even think we're going to make the playoffs, let alone be within shouting distance of them. Look, we got the Royals, who made it to the ALDS. They lost to the Yankees 3-1. The Yankees moved on to the ALCS. Booyah. And aside from that, we got the fucking Tigers, whose second half season run needs to be studied. That is a generational run. Because in August, they had a 0.8% chance to even make the playoffs. Somehow, they are one win away from going on to the ALCS. Now, we got the New York Mets, who are literally running on the power of a fucking McDonald's character and are the first team in the NLCS. But of all these teams, let's exclude the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Yankees. Of all these teams, the Tigers, the Royals, and the Mets, which team surprised you making it to the playoffs or even advancing even more into the playoffs?
Honestly, I would have to say the Royals. Royals is the biggest surprise. The Tigers, I mean, just because of what I've seen, I thought they were going to be decent. And then with Andrew, saying like, yeah, no, they're going to be a really good team. I had faith. I had a little faith in them.
Yeah. I mean, like, I honestly had my eyes on the Royals as well. I didn't think that they were going to have a 30-win turnaround kind of season. I thought they were going to have like a step in the right direction kind of season. But the fact that they got to the playoffs, they got to the ALDS, I mean, the series between the Royals and Yankees should be tied at 2 right now. Because the Royals did win on a technicality. But, I mean, it is what it is. But I got the Royals and then I got the Tigers. As far as teams making the playoffs go. So it's not even close, but what, in your opinion, kind of World Series predictions do you have?
I'm going Yankees and I'm going Dodgers.
Ooh, okay. Picking the Dodgers. I got you.
Well, I mean, I've been saying that since August. Like that, I mean, I picked, I believe it was August when I picked that. Like that's what I think the World Series is going to come down to.
I mean, I've been seeing a lot on social media. Maybe we see the Subway Series 2.0. Maybe.
Yankees are crushing anybody.
We will see what happens. But speaking of the baseball playoffs, Philly, you got some splaining to do. Their best shot was at winning a World Series was 2 years ago, back in 2022. Now they are on the downslope after losing to the Diamondbacks in 7 games last year in the NLCS. But this one definitely takes the cake when they would lose to their divisional rivals in the NLDS this year and with the roster that they have. And that's including Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. Are we seeing the World Series window start to close for the Philadelphia Phillies?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,000%. Like,
yeah.
Now, again, they have money.
They do.
They've got a decent GM. They can make some moves, and they I mean, I wouldn't say they're hopeless. I wouldn't say that they can't rebuild. They can't move pieces around and try to go for it.
Yep.
But we'll see.
We will see indeed. I mean, like I said, their best chance at winning a World Series was back in 2022. I didn't think even the Diamondbacks were going to get to the World Series last year. But the fact that they were practically running on friendship and sweat the fucking Dodgers really spoke volumes looking back at it when you look at it. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, they look like a team of destiny. And that, and that's the whole difference about all of it. Certain teams are just teams of destiny.
Yep.
Other teams are like, this is blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
We have worked our asses off. We have built this. We are brick by brick, baby. Brick by brick.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean, who was it? The Texas Rangers. They were obviously the team of destiny when they won the World Series. And yeah, that worked out for them. After they won the World Series, they go on to have a mediocre season. But
at least they won.
That they did. I mean, look, October is a time for you to make a name for yourself. And even look at Adolis Garcia. That dude made October, or he cemented his legacy in October. That man made a run that is unmatched.
I don't know about unmatched, but it was good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, debatable. But look, we're going to take our final commercial break because we got some football predictions, both college and NFL. We'll take our final commercial break. We'll be back in less than a minute.
I got us a 3-pound chuck roast and a Dutch oven. You don't need an Instapot or a crock pot, just a Dutch oven. Check it out. About half a bottle. Time to use the rest. 3 cups. Into the oven we go. Yum, yum. Get you some of that. Wow. That's phenomenal.
Man, I've lived in Chicago for 15 years. Looked like in that commercial, he was trying to make Italian beef. If you're going to make Italian beef, use the goddamn juice! Use it! There's a reason! Go to Chicago, get a dipped Italian beef, even go to Portillo's and get an Italian beef. Woo! You won't be sorry. But we got some football predictions that we need to make. All right, here we go. Now, this is a tough test for South Carolina as they go into Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama.
Listen. I'm a spicy better.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't betting on South Carolina.
So roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide.
All right. Next game up, we got number 10 Clemson going into Salem, North Carolina to take on Wake Forest.
Clemson should win this convincingly.
It wouldn't surprise me. All right. Next up, we got number 21 ranked Missouri, who was 9th last week, I believe, or 8th. Somewhere in that area, but after their loss to A&M, they dropped down to 21. All right, whatever. Anyways, they go into Amherst, Massachusetts to take on UMass.
I mean, they're going to beat the shit out of UMass.
Oh, yeah. That is a revenge game if I've ever seen one.
I mean, it's not going to be revenge. It's just going to be they're going to take all that anger and aggression out on that little team. And
that they will. That they will. UMass, I feel sorry for y'all. Oh, wait. No, I don't. I'm a fucking New York fan, so fuck you, Massachusetts. I know the hat I'm wearing. Shut up. Anyways, next game up, we got the Washington Huskies going into Iowa City, Iowa to take on the Hawkeyes.
Oh, I'm going Iowa. I'm going Iowa.
Ooh.
That defense that we watched last week going up against a much less talented. I mean, yeah, I'm taking Iowa. And it's in Iowa. Yeah, I'm going Iowa.
Very true, very true. I wouldn't even be surprised if Iowa won as well. But I don't know. I got a good feeling about Washington, especially the fact that they beat Michigan.
I mean,
we'll see how it all pans
out this year. Michigan is not the same Michigan. Michigan's going to beat up on the little teams this year. But anybody who comes in and will stand toe-to-toe with them, they're going to knock Michigan down. Michigan is not what they were last year or the year before that.
Very true. We will see what happens with this game. This is a definite game I'm going to have my eyes on, along with a few others. Don't worry, you'll know when I talk about it. Right now, we got Wisconsin going into Piscataway, New Jersey to take on the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers.
This game's a little more perplexing for me.
Yeah. You know what, though? I'm going to take Wisconsin in this.
See, and that's the crazy thing because I want to take Wisconsin, but my gut says go Rutgers.
I mean, hey, if you got to go with your gut, go with your gut. Ain't no judging here. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, because we probably know about just as much as the game as each other, which ain't that much. I can't name a single fucking person. But I punched up their stats. I did the averages. I went over. I looked at who they played, their opponents. You know what I mean? Records. Like I don't. You know what I mean? I deep dive a little bit.
Right.
But as far as the actual player analytics, no, because every game it changes. One game,
really
this wide receiver gets 100 and some yards. The next game, it's this wide receiver gets 100 and some yards.
Yeah. No, look, I completely agree. But look, this next game coming up right now, is it making my blood boil? Why? Because this team should be in the top 25 fucking rankings, and it's not even close. Even my wife, who's sitting in the other room, will disagree with me on this. We got the University of Alabama, Birmingham, going into West Point, New York to take on undefeated, I say again, undefeated fucking Army, who should be in the goddamn rankings.
Army should win.
Oh, they're going to win. They're going to win. And if they're still outside of the rankings, it is goddamn criminal and disrespect to the goddamn country. Shut up. Sorry, my wife's texting me right now. She's like, no, shut up, no. Anyways, next game up, this is sure to be a great one of fucking certified shootout. We got number 1 Texas against number 18 Oklahoma playing at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, as we witness the Red River rivalry.
I mean, I'm gonna go Texas. I'm going Texas.
Pretty close.
We in Texas. It's Texas. Let's go. Unfortunately, but horns up.
Yeah. As my I've been used to this for so long just because Texas fans really think, oh my God, we're back, we're this. But no, like when you see the amount of people on social media that are like, oh my God, championships don't define your team, rivalries do. Well, you know what? You might want to speak up because it's kind of hard to hear you from down there when you're ranked 18th in the fucking nation. Hey.
Yeah, but if they do win, they're gonna get a nice big jump.
Oh, that they will. It's not even close.
But yeah, no, I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Texas should win.
Like you could even have whether it's Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning, who's under center. It doesn't even matter. I still got Texas coming out on top, horns up.
Yeah.
No. All right. So next game up, we got number 4th ranked Penn State going into the Coliseum to take on the University of Spoiled Children.
I think it's going to be a little bit closer game than everybody thinks.
Yeah.
But I think Penn State wins it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, they're gonna as long as they win the time of possession, they should win this game. Easily.
Oh, yeah, I don't
think it's going to be a boat race though.
Oh yeah. No, it wouldn't surprise me if Penn State won. But speaking of California, we got Stanford going into South Bend, Indiana to take on 11th ranked Notre Dame.
I guess give me Notre Dame.
Yeah. Cheer for old Notre Dame. I'm going to take Notre Dame. It's been really, despite the fact that it's been really painful to watch with Duke transfer Riley Leonard under center. I got to do something with that kid. He should have stuck with Duke. I'm just saying. Now, Cal, who blew a 18-point lead to Miami, goes into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to take on 22nd ranked Pitt.
Pitt. I'm going Pitt.
I'm going Pitt as well. All right, next game up, we got Purdue, unranked Purdue, going into Champaign, Illinois to take on 23rd Fighting Illini.
Not Purdue.
Okay, so the Fighting Illini, say less. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so next game up, we got Arizona going into Provo, Utah to take on 14th ranked BYU.
BYU,
yep, I'll take that any day of the week. Next game up, we got Mississippi State going into Athens, Georgia to take on 5th ranked Georgia. This isn't even close.
Bulldogs
indeed. This shit, you know what? Fuck that. We got Florida going into Knoxville, Tennessee to take on number 8 Tennessee.
Tennessee should win this game, but I mean this could be a fucking trap game because if Florida comes out and plays their best ball, it could be down to the wire.
Very well could. Nope. Sorry, I lost my place. All right, here we go. All right, so this game looks like it should be interesting. We got 4-1 North Texas going into Boca Raton, Florida to take on the FAU Owls.
I have no clue.
I'm going to take North Texas in this one.
Okay. I didn't even look up this game.
All right, no worries. All right, so this is definitely going to be a banger. We got number 2 Ohio State going into Eugene, Oregon to take on the 3rd ranked Oregon Ducks.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Ohio State.
I'm taking Ohio State as well. All right. This is sure to be a good one. We got number 9 Ole Miss going into Death Valley, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to take on number 13 LSU.
Give me LSU.
Ooh, okay. I'm taking Ole Miss, but we'll see how this game pans out. It is what it is. Now this team, obviously, with the upset of the century, and it's not even close. Vanderbilt goes into Lexington to take on the Wildcats of Kentucky.
Listen. They physically beat Alabama. They're going to go in here riding off of this high, and I think they're going to fucking run through Kentucky.
You know what? That wouldn't surprise me at all. All right, so we are in the later games. We got 11th ranked Iowa State going into Morgantown, West Virginia to take on the Mountaineers.
It was Iowa, right? Iowa State?
Iowa State, yes.
Yeah, Iowa State.
All right. All right. Second to last game, we got 18th ranked Kansas State going into Boulder, Colorado to take on the Buffaloes.
It's going to be a shootout to an extent. I don't know, man. See, the problem is the trenches is what scares me with Buffalo.
Right.
Or Colorado Buffaloes, whatever.
Yeah.
But
understandable.
Yeah, I'm going to go against Dion. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay. So last game of the night, we got Boise State with arguably the runaway Heisman Trophy favorite winner being Ashton Genty going into Hawaii.
I mean, is this seriously? Obviously not Hawaii.
Yeah, that's going to be a travel for Boise State, though, because they are playing in Hawaii. But that's neither here nor there. Boise State is still taking the win.
That does not matter. Like that is not.
It does not matter. I completely agree.
You know, you drink a couple Red Bulls, you gonna be ready. Drink some Red Bulls, drink some Gatorade, motherfucker, pop a 5-hour energy. Bro, by the time you hit that field, motherfucker, you gonna own that motherfucker.
Hey, pop 2 5-hour energies. You can literally sprint back to Boise State. Oh, man. But as beautiful as Hawaii is, their football team is going to take a fucking loss to Boise State, and it's not even close.
All right. Are we doing NFL predictions now?
We are doing NFL predictions indeed. Now, Seattle lost their third straight to San Francisco after a 3-0 start, but that was Thursday. Let's get into Sunday. Dinner. Wow. Let's get into Sunday, though. We got Jacksonville playing Chicago in London, starting at 7. No, I'm sleeping. I'll catch the second half of the game, but I'll take Chicago.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
Ooh, okay. Okay, fair enough. All right, next game up, we got the Cardinals, who are off to a surprisingly good start, going into Lambeau, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to take on the Packers.
This is going to be like a 30-31 game. It's going to be super tight within 3 points. But give me the Cardinals.
Hey, you know what? I'm right there with you. They look good. They look sneaky good. I'll take the Cardinals as well, my friend. All right. Next game up, we got the Indianapolis Colts going into Nashville, Tennessee with the Titans, who have Will Levis as their starting quarterback. But somebody wants to think, the Tennessee Titans are still going to win the AFC North because the Houston Texans lost Nico Collins and Indianapolis lost a player as well. God forbid. The only thing Tennessee is going to be doing is having Will Levis go on a generational fucking meme run.
Okay, well, I'm taking the Colts here.
Yep,
especially like Flacco starting. So
yep,
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the Colts.
I'm gonna take the Colts as well. Now
he's gonna put up 200 yards and 2 touchdowns
easily.
That's what he's gonna give you
easily. Anyways, so we're gonna stick with the AFC South. Why? Because the Houston Texans go into Foxborough, Massachusetts to take on the New England Patriots. I'm going to take the Texans.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans are going to win that game by a landslide.
Yep. All right, so next game up, we got a battle of the NFC South. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into New Orleans to take on the Saints. I'm going to take Tampa. I think they need this bounce back win.
See, I do, but I feel like it's a trap. I feel like they're going to go in here and they're going to go sling it around, and that defense is going to cause a turnover, and then it's going to be like boom, boom, 2 quick scores, and the next thing you know, it's going to be an uphill battle, which means that Tampa's not going to be able to run the ball. They're going to have to throw the ball, and putting that kind of pressure on Baker Mayfield to go out. Like, don't get me wrong, like he's going to be able to do it a few times, but if they're up, 2 touchdowns, they score a touchdown. Same thing that happened with the Ravens last week.
Yeah,
it's just like a back and forth. Every time you score, I score. But now, and every time I score, we're up 10 points. You score, all right, we're up 3 points, and it's back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, we'll see.
I mean, look, Vanderbilt's got a dangerous fucking quarterback. All right, if you ain't checked him out yet, you should. I don't watch that much college football, and I guess until this year, but I've seen enough of his tape to know, that he's doing something.
Oh yeah, they doing something indeed. But for NFL, we got Cleveland going into Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to take on the Eagles.
Give me Philly.
Give me Philly indeed. Now, this is a surefire shootout that is worth watching. Jane Daniels, what the fuck is he doing with the Redskins right now?
Winning.
Clearly. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's maybe it's the fact that Dan Quinn resembles oh my God. What's Detroit's coach?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. That's it. In any case, we got the 4-1 Redskins going into Baltimore to take on the Ravens. This is a surefire shootout.
I will say this. I think we will be able to contain Daniels decently well. You have to understand, we go with our defense watches Lamar Jackson in practice every day.
Right.
So to practice an entire week and have Lamar Jackson be able to run around and make you have to 2-hand touch him every time. 2-hand touch him every single time. And to sit there and get those reps, do the mental reps, then put the pads on and actually get to run around for a little bit, and adjust to the speed and understand what that defense does, especially now that it's not week 1, week 2, week 3. Now we're in the week 6. We're in week 6. So now we have 5 games of tape that we can now see what they're doing, what plays are being repeated. How many times has this play been repeated? So if they've replayed this, they've done this play at least 3 times every single game. Okay, boom. This is one of the main plays we're watching out for. Look for this formation. Look for this setup. Well, you know what I mean? All right, now let's break it down. Everybody, look at your man. You look at your man. Read his signs. Does he give a tell? Does anybody give a tell? Watch him over and over and over and over and over. And you're watching every single player. And got him. Got him every time he's swinging. Look at his arm. Look at his arm. His arm's high and tight. You know he's swinging. And when that arm comes up, no, bust that gap. Bust that gap. You're going to – and that's literally – again, I don't give a fuck. Coaching is everything. If you understand football, you understand how to break down film and know what you're looking for, you're going to succeed.
Oh, easily. So you got Baltimore on this one.
Oh, I'm taking Baltimore all the way.
I'll take Baltimore as well. All right. So next game up, we got a battle of the AFC West as the San Diego Chargers go into the Mile High City to take on the Denver Broncos, who smashed the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm taking the Chargers. The Chargers are not the fucking Raiders. And again, with J.K. Dobbins and the rest of the cast over there, again, this team is only going to get better. Jim Harbaugh is a good coach.
That he is. But you know what? I'm going with my gut. Denver is riding a very high streak after beating the Raiders. And I think, in my opinion, the Raiders had some expectations they needed to live up to after losing to Denver.
What happened? What happened to Gardner Minshew? Did he get injured?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. No, I mean, I just seen that Aiden O'Connell was starting.
Yeah. He may have gotten injured.
Aiden O'Connell. If Aiden O'Connell starts, 100%. I'm going Chargers. There's no question about it.
I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree, and you know what? I'll go with Denver. Not even gonna lie. But speaking of the Raiders, we got Pittsburgh going into Las Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Fuck. I hate this. Give me the Steelers.
I'm going to take the Raiders. Just because fuck the Steelers. But I do want to see Justin Fields succeed somewhat. But ain't going to be this week.
I mean, the problem is he's not going to be very successful.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the game plan is not set up for him to succeed on how he needs to play. And right. He has to play in that system. So he's forced to have to do something, whether he's comfortable or not doing it, he's going to have to do that.
Right. All right, though. You know what? I would say this is going to be a shootout, but highly unlikely as Detroit goes into Arlington, Texas to take on the Cowboys.
No, I think you're right in your gut feeling. I think both of these teams are going to score over 20 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that, but I still got Detroit winning.
Yeah. With the injuries on defense for the Cowboys, it's not enough to overcome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, there was an hour-plus rain delay when Dallas went into Pittsburgh, but look at how Dak performed in that game.
Yeah, but again, it's not going to matter. Like, the offense is going to put up points. But the problem is now you lost not one, but two of your key contributors.
Right. All right. This is obviously a no-brainer. The whitest quarterback in the league in Atlanta, obviously being Kirk Cousins, and the Falcons go into Charlotte to take on the Panthers.
Not the Panthers.
You know I got that swag.
No, I mean, and the scary part is this could be one of the games that Kirk Cousins fucking lose. What time is this game?
Oh, God, if he does, I'll die.
What time is this game?
The time is at 2:25.
Okay.
Yep. So for Sunday night, we got MVP playing Joe Burrow and the 1-4 Bengals going into MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, to take on the Giants.
You ready for this?
Go
Give
for
me
it.
the Giants.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Giants.
Yep, I'll take the Giants as well. And for Monday night, we got a battle of the AFC East as Buffalo also goes into East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the Jets.
This is probably one of the toughest ones this week for me to analyze. I'm gonna go Josh Allen. I'm gonna go with the Bills. The Bills are playing better overall team ball. Like, have they had a couple bad weeks? Yeah, but they've got enough talent on both sides of the ball. And if everybody can get healthy, and if Shakur can get back down on the field, it's a win-win, baby.
Oh, yeah. No, I really see the Bills walking away with a win, mostly because the Jets recently fired Robert Saleh, and obviously he wasn't the problem. It's clearly Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett because, God forbid.
The problem's really not Rodgers neither. It's, again, as a player, you do what you do well, and then the things that you don't do well, you don't do well. It's a coach's job, and
right.
especially an offensive coordinator who has pretty much complete control of the offense.
No, completely agree. But that is all the football takes that we got going on. This weekend is sure to be a good one. And much like last weekend, probably one that's going to be one to not forget.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be an awesome weekend. I look forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to it as well. As always, appreciate you coming on to the show. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend, my guy.
Hell yeah. Peace, brother.
Peace. All right. So we got a lot of things that are going on right now. I've got my eyes on WWE SmackDown. Solo Sikoa, the fake ass tribal chief, walking out to the ring to take on newly returned Jimmy Uso. On top of that, I also got my eyes on Game 5 of the San Diego Padres and the LA Dodgers. Man, Friday night is definitely going to be a fun night tonight. But like I said in the prelude of this show, do not forget to click the link in the description of this video and head on over to truevictory.com, and a veteran-owned, veteran-operated clothing site where you can get something like this. They have a bunch of t-shirts that you can pick from, whether you want to rep your college colors or NFL colors. Man, they got a whole variety of merchandise over there. You're not going to want to miss it. Once you find what you have found, when it comes to checkout, be sure to use code NoMercySports15 for 15% off your entire purchase. Let them know I sent you. And don't count time. Make time count. Man, this show, this network, I swear to God, it is so much fun. So fun to be a part of. But until then, I will see y'all next Friday. Peace out.